so basically it's in E minor. Okay, so we've got your E minor pentatonic, and we're adding the ninth there. Okay, so we're adding a few other notes. It's not just strictly the pentatonic. It's E minor. Okay, so you've got that minor sixth and the minor third, and that ninth in there too. Okay, so we start here, just here. The whole trick to this song is getting your sound. So, I mean, I've got my overdrive fairly high, about 9, and I'm running a BB preamp pedal, and then I've got some delay on it and some reverb. So it's just to get that sustain, without the feedback. Okay, so that's kind of something you just got to work on. When he hits that note, when he comes out of that bend, he hits that note, okay, hits the G, and then he slides down and does that little bend thing there, okay? Okay, and then he does this kind of arpeggio lick, which is like an E minor 7th, 9th sort of an arpeggio. Okay, so he basically is here for the root, the 3rd, and the 5th. So E12, E15, A14, and then he goes to the minor 7th, okay, which is the D. Then he goes to the 9th, which is the F sharp. Right? That first one is, I don't know if this is too loud, but that first one's a hammer-on. Okay, so from the 9th it goes to the 3rd, the 4th, up to the 5th. Okay, so such a great arpeggio. I remember I used to play it this way. Used to go to the E, but when you put in that minor 7th instead of that E, it just comes alive. And with the delay, it sounds great. Of course, I turned the delay down quite a bit here. Okay, so out of that, we're still in the bass pickup here. Okay, 17th fret of the B string. Yeah, 17. And then we're the 14th fret of the G string. So we're in this little extension box of the pentatonic there. And now his vibrato is really wide, and I don't know, man. I have a hard time getting mine to be that wide because his was like really wide. So like he's really pulling and pushing those strings to get that vibrato. Okay, so out of that. We're just on the bending up to the E, and then we do a little bit of a little push bend there. Okay, so and we bend it down. Trails out. just before it trails out, he switches to his neck pickup. Or sorry, to the bridge pickup from the neck pickup. So that whole bit so far is from the arpeggio. And then we're on the B string 12th fret, E string 12th fret. We kind of bounce it right off that B string. Okay. And we bend up there a whole tone, but no vibrato at all there. Okay. Okay, so that's how you come out of that. And he puts that vibrato on there, okay? That's when that vibrato was really strong. And the way I do it, because you can't, you know, on that single note, you can only really, you can bend up. I think that's probably how he does it, but I kind of do a... I guess you'd call it like sort of a circular vibrato there. And it can be quite effective. And I'm hardly bending the string at all, but I'm still getting a pretty good vibrato there. So that whole bit is... And then we bounce it again. Okay, so. And then we kind of slide up and hit the bend on the 17th, right? And we put a really heavy vibrato on that. And it's kind of a bend up to it, right? Okay, and then we're here, and this is kind of like that A minor pentatonic shape, but I also think of it as just G major, so we're kind of... Okay, so those are the notes we're going to use there. And we start here. That's what, 19th fret of the G string. So we bend it down. Okay. The timing on this lick is really tricky. It took me a while to get this down, and if you don't get the timing on this, it really, I don't know, something you got to really work at, okay? And just kind of got to listen to that record over and over. Okay, so we're here. Okay, and then we go into the next lick. Okay, so that whole bit. Okay, and then this next lick is pretty quick, and a lot of guys play this different. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I got this. It's pretty quick, but this is how I hear it. Okay, so right? So there's a lot of pull-offs there. Those are all pull-offs. And the last two are picked. And then we slide up and went into the ending lick, right? Okay, so that's a real tricky part of the song. You know, other than just the feel, that last lick is pretty tricky to get. Okay, so we'll try that last bit again. And there's harmonies that come in. Right, just a third up there. And right. You know, if you've got 3 guitar players. Anyways, that's what they do in the studio, right? They break things up just to make it sound really full. Okay, so that's pretty well it for the solo. I mean, just, the guy was a great player, John Sykes, and you know, if you're a Whitesnake fan, you probably know that when they made that album, David Coverdale hired those guys as basically as employees, and they recorded that album, and he wrote those songs with John Sykes, and I think, you know, John Sykes, they were basically his songs. I mean, this is just my opinion, right? And then David Coverdale fired the entire band. So they went on the road to support that album, and they actually made the videos, and nobody that played on the record were in the videos. Yeah, I think they had Adrian Vandenberg and Vivian Campbell played guitars, you know, to support that record. But John Sykes was the guy playing all the guitars on the record and writing all those songs. Well, officially co-writing, but anyways, the guy was an unbelievable guitar player. And I think this is one of his greatest solos. Anyways, I hope you got something out of it. See ya.